What's up, guys? I'm Mike Lowe. We're in Madden 26. We're playing franchise. I have a slider set. We have a real draft class. We're ready to go with our franchise. I released a video earlier kind of going over the teams that I would suggest if you want sort of like a realistic place to start. Check that out on the YouTube channel. And oddly, I actually didn't go with one of those teams. I went with the Chargers because another scenario that I didn't talk about is Jim Harbaugh in real life had some health issues. I believe it was a heart condition that got all checked out and seems to be okay, but let's just say in this alternate universe that is not the case. He had to step down at the start of the preseason and we've taken over. We're going to get into this franchise and everything I'm doing with it, including that slider set I talked about. We're also just going to go through some gameplay here as we play a week 1 game against the Chiefs. So we're going to get into all of that here in this episode. I've already simulated the preseason, but let's just jump into some gameplay and we'll kind of talk about the actual franchise as we do that. The game plan for week 1 is pretty simple. This is still a Jim Harbaugh built team, so we're going to try to run the ball with Harris and with, of course, Mario Hampton, who's our new running back, picked in the first round this year. And we got to stay away from Chris Jones. He's an absolute beast, and it goes without saying that we got to keep Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce under wraps.
Along the opposing sideline, the head coach of the Chargers. His guys with a crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They're led up by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. First carry here for the rookie from UNC. And will not get any. Here's 2nd and 2. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So nice little drive they put together there in their first series. And the Chargers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they conjured player out there, and everybody knew who it was straight away.
And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pacheco. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. It's 3rd and 7. Back to the air, Mahomes. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. From the 24. Ooh, would have been a big... Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And they're going for it. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Johnson finds the football. Here's Herbert. 1st and 10. Trying for the deep ball. And that's incomplete. Herbert to throw once more. That one is in.
Separated man from ball.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie. Field goal game at the half. Good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin with the reigning, defending Super Bowl champs, the Eagles, at home to take on the Cowboys in the NFC East. And this is Devontae Smith. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field.
Harping up.
1st and 10. Herbert caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Chiefs look like they have it.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB. A soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Minshew working from the gun. They're on him again, and he goes down the middle. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a third-quarter lead. Throwing now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up.
Looking to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Warning from Sao Paulo. Chargers leading by 7. From the gun, they go with Harris. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Defense getting in on the farm block with that fourth-quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the coup. Taking a final shot at the end zone. Oh, what a catch. Back in the end zone. We got to check the feet. Check the feet. Did he get him? No. Here he goes. One final shot. And this won't affect the outcome, but a
High-sized effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game. And his effort with a capital E.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. We start way down in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Chiefs and Chargers kicking off the season in the NFL's International Series. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. And this is a touchdown. The Chargers win it by a touchdown, 24-17 the final. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's Zamir White. A scintillating run for the touchdown. The Raiders get the W by 2 touchdowns. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's the future NFL Hall of Famer, Mike Evans. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. The Bucs get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week.
Week 1, yeah, tough game. We come out ahead. We get the win in Brazil. Huge third quarter, 17 points scored by the Chargers. We ran the ball effectively, again, just enough through the air to get the job done, 21 first downs. We had a fumble, and the 2 interceptions were huge that really helped turn the tide of this game. One thrown by, neither by Mahomes, both thrown by Minshew. Herbert, pretty efficient day, 121.2 QB rating, 82% completion, sacked twice. We were lucky that Minshew played quite a bit, although he didn't play terrible minus the turnovers. Rushing, Najee Harris, I need to do a better job of splitting the running back carries, especially when we see Mario Hampton did really, really well on just 4 carries. 29 of that came on 1 carry alone. Mahomes was running the ball on us. It made it pretty tough. Pacheco didn't really make a huge impact on the game. Receiving, Xavier Worthy, 8 catches, but if you can keep him at an average around 9 yards, I'll take that every time. Tyler Conklin just had a lights-out game for us. 6 catches, a touchdown, 66 yards. McGonkey, a decent day there, 8 catches and a score, 63 yards. On defense, the Chiefs had 2 sacks. The Chargers had 3. The story of the game, perhaps defensive player of the game here, Tarheeb Still played really well with the pick and 3 defended passes. So the Chargers find themselves 1-0 after a big win in Brazil against the Chiefs. And the stats are looking pretty good after 1 week. I'm not going to just like do a super deep dive right now. It's just been 1 week. The sliders feel really good. There's nothing here that's like shocking or that I'm feeling need to make adjustments just yet. So I'm really happy with where the set's at. I have not publicly posted that just yet, so it's still a work in progress. We are tinkering with it in our Sim Sports Gaming Madden League and the College Football League. There's even elements of it there. But yeah, so far so good. Still really early to be tinkering too much. I've also loaded in a real-life draft class. We'll get way deeper with the draft and prospects as we get through these videos. Also, these coach pictures are kind of rough. This looks nothing like me. It probably looks more like my younger brother mixed with Formula One's Valtteri Bottas. And admittedly, I'm still learning kind of the new coach stuff that's been in Madden, this kind of coach central area. Still learning about the abilities and how the play sheets work. So it's new. I like that they're pushing the game in this direction. I don't love the implementation of it, but I can also admit some of it's just me just getting used to it still. Week 2 is Monday Night Football, Chargers at Raiders, a divisional matchup here again. We got to contain Brock Bowers, and very similar to the Chiefs, just be careful about running at their big defensive tackle, in this case Wilkins. Max Crosby is out, injured for the Raiders, so this is a game we feel we can win even though it's on the road.
Representing the legendary Al Davis, and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Tonight, we're keeping it in the AFC West, between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. On the Rams sideline to get a look at their head coach. These guys no doubt enjoyed their trip to Brazil, picking up the win in Sao Paulo last week. Running the show across the field, that's Raiders head coach Pete Carroll. His guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. 20. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock. They snap it to Herbert. And it's a turnover. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And first carry here for Ashton Genty. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Smith back to throw. From the pocket, looking for a target. The left hash. Carlson's kick is good. Now start with a give to Harris. And he'll be brought down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Johnson finds the football complete. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Shotgun give here to Genty. Down the sideline to the 45. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Throwing is Smith. Going left side, Bowers has it.
To his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the...
10. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him! And the... 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. It's a Max. On 3rd and 2, Herbert. On 3rd down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
I really like this little move here by the punt returner. Just little style points on the fair catch.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And again, it's Smith. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. What a first 2 weeks of the season it's been. Lots to get you caught up on. Here we go. Our journey through the NFL starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the man who seems to roll out of bed and get a 1,000-yard season, Mike Evans. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Bucs get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the man who missed last year but is back now, J.J. McCarthy. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Vikings are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs taking on the Eagles. And it's the veteran, A.J. Dillon. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Eagles are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Harris once more. Escapes a defender. And he's able to drive this. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pass is cut at the 9. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your
Chargers 7, Raiders 6.
Smith on first down. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him.
cover him.
Throwing on third, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Sharpen up.
Left side, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take Tucker now in motion right. Looking to throw. It's complete. This is
They can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown. Here's Herbert. Made the throw as he was from the right hash, about 45 yards out. Dicker connects there. Shotgun snap to Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Finds the in route complete. And they catch up. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting him.
Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issues.
Ways to go. Direction doesn't look good here. He missed it right.
First down.
Back to throw. He's keeping it. That'll
Down. First and 10.
He'll look to throw it. Oh, again, it looks like. Back to the air. It's Smith. Try and push it deep downfield. And it looks great. To throw. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves him in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough.
On return, here comes Davis. He's got a lane up past the 30. A field flipping effort there. The Chargers and Mike Williams getting set for another go on offense. Shotgun snap to Herbert. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. 2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. Cut out left. And he's marked down. Looks like working from the gun here. It's Herbert. That's complete to the sideline. It's Hampton on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Completed to his running back, Cameron Dicker. This 42 yards from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime. Throwing now, Herbert. That one's good to
Worry about all these 11 gentlemen need to do is continue the steady progress downfield and getting that.
Herbert back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick. Going right this time with Hampton. And he comes through. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down here at the... To the air this time. Herbert. Has it at the 7. And he will not score. They'll toss it to Hampton. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Throwing now. On the move, headed right. And it's in.
Get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And that's good. Back to Genty. Juke the defender. And he's official.
Break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
That's completed out to the right. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to competitive ball game.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi everyone, Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin out in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the LA Chargers. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. He's directing the offense well. This one goes for 29 yards, touchdown. The Chargers get a 2nd straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Cooper Kupp. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. The Seahawks are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's go out to the desert, Glendale, Arizona. The Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers. And watch the big man rumble, James Conner. 54 yards to the house. The Cardinals walk it off. They win in overtime.
Well, that was a wild game, and unfortunately a game where the Madden overtime AI fizzled out. I was about to say shined, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like that in college football too. I've had the AI punt to me in overtime before with like 3 consecutive sacks. So something that EA really needs to clean up, because you could just see I was actually confused, thinking maybe I didn't know the rule. And anyway, we end up getting the win. It was a rough first half, first of all. But then fourth quarter, of course, the Raiders get their first and only touchdown of the game with, 40 seconds to go, 41 seconds to go. We end up tying it, kick the field goal in overtime. I had chew clock on an accident from the fourth quarter, and it kind of worked out because we ended up chewing up most of the clock in overtime, put the Raiders in a tough spot where they decided to run the ball because they don't know what they're doing. So we survived 2 turnovers, a stupid interception when I had a guy wide open underneath, and a fumble. Offense, 150 yards rushing, 249 passing. But yeah, probably a little too close against the Raiders. But again, they're a better team, I think, than most people are thinking. Certainly better than probably the last few years for them. Look at some player stats. Geno Smith, decent game. Didn't turn the ball over. Justin Herbert did enough to win. Tried to split carries. We did a pretty good job of this. I think Mario Hampton really kind of a breakout game for him. Did really well, 76 yards on 17 carries. Najee Harris chips in with another 61 yards. Brock Bowers was really tough. We started doubling him a little bit in the second half. He was just really, really dominant. Mike Williams was the receiver we were going to the most today. 8 catches, 106 yards. McConkey, always getting his looks in this offense. Makes a lot of sense. A great, great slot player for us. Story of the game here that gave us a shot to play, Khalil Mack, 5.5 sacks. Henley comes in with 1, and we also only got sacked once ourselves. The 1 interception thrown by us. And I would say Tarheeb's still having a really nice season so far. He had the big interception in week 1. He's been defending some passes, just playing really well. On our next episode, we're going to start diving deeper into scouting and really just starting to look ahead to the draft. Of course, over the years, Madden has changed how scouting happens. I think there's pros and cons to each system. We'll talk about that, but more importantly, we'll talk about my approach to team building, because that's going to be a big part of this series is how do you take a team and build them up, not just to win a Super Bowl or to get better, but to really create something that can sustain over multiple seasons, which plays into things like, the salary cap, of course, and so much more. And we'll get into all of that. We'll also be looking at our very first home game. The Denver Broncos come into town. They're 0-2, but probably a better team than their record would lead us to believe. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the video. Leave a comment. I'd love to engage with you and kind of see where you want this series to go. And I'll see you next time.